We work with about 10 young people in Punta Gorda, and they're mostly under the age of 30. And Hector is not only work with us, he's our farmer manager. So he works with all the growers, and he is also a grower himself. And today he's sharing part of his crop. I bought it, but it's his crop. You'll notice some of his crop may be smaller in size because it's 1 year old. He had bigger turmeric, huge pieces about that big, but somebody came and stole them. So that's what. Huh?
Out of the field?
Out of his field. And that's been happening quite a bit in Toledo. So anyway, I came to Belize, and I came with the government of Canada through QSO International, an NGO that works very closely with the government, and I came as an advisor for youth and enterprise. I am a biologist. I think Aggies are the sexiest things in the world, by the way. So I'm so excited to talk to you guys. But I'm a marine biologist. So I always have had a strong interest in growing things. But when I came to Toledo and I came to see what you call an East Indian diaspora conference here, I was like, whoa, there are Indians just like me here. But they came a long time ago. They came in the 1800s. What part of India did they come from? What do they grow? How do they live? And I noticed that Indians all over the world usually have quite a high standard of living because they're really strong merchant kind of people. And I noticed in Toledo that they didn't have their language, their Indian language anymore, their Indian culture anymore, and they didn't have, they created a new culture, but a different one from their ancestral culture. I'm also of Indian ancestry, but my families went to Africa in the 1700s, but we maintained our culture and our cooking and all that. So when I went to Mr. Williams' farm in Maphrodite, he showed me his yellow ginger turmeric. Now I had seen turmeric in Vancouver at Granville Island for 25 Canadian dollars a pound. And it was like piddly little stuff like that from Hawaii. And the stuff that I saw here was just astronomical. I was just, what is this? And it's curcuma longa. By the way, there are 3 kinds of turmerics in the world. Anybody know what they are? There are 3. Yellow? Black? White? White turmeric? And white turmeric is got a beautiful essence and flavor, and it grows in Belize. It's the one that has the big, beautiful purple flowers. Okay? Dig it up. Cut it up. It is delicious to cook with. So the 3 kinds, we said white, very aromatic, yellow, higher curcumin content than the white. The white is more flavor. Then what's the other one?
Orange or red?
Try again. It's black. Black turmeric. Like our turmeric in Belize has a curcumin content of 7.6%. Black turmeric has 15%. It's like turmeric on steroids. But it does have a slight petroleum taste. Please Google black turmeric and you will see the prices of black turmeric on the market. Now I think the reason we don't have black turmeric here yet is because the Indians that came from India came from the south. And black turmeric is grown in the north of India. So it might need slightly different temperatures, a different part of the country, but I think black turmeric could grow here as well. So if you can sneak any seeds in Baja, no, I'm joking. I think it would be a good idea to try black turmeric, white turmeric, and yellow turmeric. So curcuma longa is what I saw here. Because of the size of it, I was so blown away, I sent it for testing. Now I didn't send it just anywhere for testing, I sent it to BCIT, and they were doing a world study on turmeric root. And they found that our turmeric here in Toledo, that we use for Truly turmeric, had 7.6% curcumin compared to other turmerics around the world. The Hawaiian was about 2.5, some were 2.2. The powder that's extracted that everybody knows of, right? Everybody uses powder, is about 2 to 2.1%. So when you make a product like this, and you do a few things to it, like you add an oil, a fat, and in this case it is cold pressed coconut oil made in Belize. The next thing is we put fresh squeezed lime juice, harvested from small growers in Toledo. And sometimes
You cook the turmeric first?
yes, turmeric needs to be cooked. A lot of people in the north are eating turmeric raw, and that is not, your body is not able to really absorb the curcumins, and it might actually be a bit upsetting to your stomach. So, and the third thing we add here is from Spice Farm, lovely black pepper, which helps all of it absorb into your body. So when I found this turmeric, I told the youth department that it was a good idea. I wrote the business plan and I left. My assignment was over and they did nothing. I was like, no, this is not gonna work. This is not okay. I'm coming back. So I came back. Now, as you can imagine, one of the biggest things is how much turmeric is growing in the country. If you want to grow a company, you're going to have to find that out. So we began, and they told me it was 3 or 4 farmers. Right now, we have over 350 farmers on our list, where we have.
There you are, it's up.
Thank you. Where we've inspected quite a few of them. Sorry, I'm just trying to find this. Is it in now? Is it in this one?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's our business. That's Better Business, Better Lives. We just heard a thing on cooperatives versus private sector. Nalito Belize is neither one. It is a social enterprise that has 3 bottom lines. Yes, profit. It is the engine that pushes everything forward. Second is the community. We hire youth in our group. We train them. We take risk and share knowledge. Then we also work with.
The microphone.
Can you hear me? No? Okay. Hola. Can you hear me now? Better? Okay, now I sound squeaky. Can I ask you to change? All right. Community through growers, 350 growers working with youth. And then environment. What is it about environment that we can make a difference in? I'm a biologist, I care. So we'll talk about that in a moment. So curcuma longa. So there's 100 species in that genus, and it's New Guinea to Australia. I'm going to move over here if that's okay. Go ahead. Sorry. Now this is the one, Zadoria. If you're looking for the white yellow ginger, look for that. Lots of people use it ornamentally in Belize, but look for it and steal a piece and plant it. It grows very quickly. So, and then curcuma sesa is the black turmeric, okay? So, North India, as I mentioned, and, sorry, 17%. I said the wrong number. So, in the US, $50 a pound. That's, if you're going to go commercial, I'd do that if we can find it. Okay, go. And our favorite curcuma longa, which is this lovely turmeric that we have in Belize. So, agriculture inputs. It grows here without agriculture inputs. So one question I always get in Canada, why is your turmeric in Belize got such high curcumin content? So I think it's old variety. It came from India a long time ago. The journey, I don't know, your agriculture specialists probably have a good laugh at me, but the journey was a long one, in ships and everything. So what would survive in that long adventure must be strong. And by the way, the other spices that they brought with them didn't grow. This is the one that grew, the big one. And and also I think it's the beautiful soil in Toledo and in the south. It's just this rich black soil that I'm sure contributes to making a huge difference. So there we go. So by the way, you plant an acre, your output is 10,000 pounds an acre. It's a lot. So we do not encourage our growers who are small. Some of them, they ask us to come and inspect their farm, and they have this table size amount of turmeric. And some other companies might go, we're not interested. No, we are interested in that, because that is at a small level in a community, and it makes an impact. Because she might or he might be able to harvest enough yellow ginger to pay for his child's fees or uniforms that year. It's $1.50 a pound that we pay. That's a good amount of yellow ginger. Now, we don't want to buy it from farmers or growers that are growing it in monocultures. So we said about the environment, no monoculture. We want it grown with brie, we want it grown with cacao, we want it to grow with everything you can that provides shade. That's good for the turmeric, okay? Then the other thing is no agriculture inputs, no pesticides, no herbicides, no watering. Okay, do not water this plant, it doesn't need it. It's okay. And the other thing is no pests like it. I haven't seen any mealybugs or anything that wants to chew on turmeric except people. I have a feeling that's why it's so good for your body. Everything else goes, turmeric coming out. Anyway, it's sold, yes sir?
What is the cost of production per acre?
Cost of production per acre. Do you mean how much does it cost to plant? All right. Okay, this is the cost of planting. Your man hours, you put little bits in little lumps, okay? I'm not going to speak agric to you on that, because that is not how I think. You put little clumps in the forest and no agriculture inputs. You get the seed from your next door neighbor who has just sold me his turmeric, and I don't buy it with babies on it. The rhizomes, I don't buy it with that. I insist that the farmer takes that back and replants it or sells it. So cost to produce is very low. It's you don't weed it either. It grows with grass. And then when it's ready, it drops. And the grass drops with it. And then you harvest it. Okay? And I'll tell you about the social enterprise aspect related to the farmers, because you're talking about cooperatives, right? Okay. So globally, it's usually sold as a powder. Why is that? Because it's easy to ship, lighter weight. Now, we have come to a place in Belize where this is an opportunity of lifetime. Indian turmeric, 98% of the world buys Indian turmeric.
the FDA has turned away quite a few shipments of Indian turmeric, making the world buyers aware of the fact that there's lead in that turmeric from pollution, okay? The other thing Indians do, and I'm Indian, we're good at making money, so they'll mix it with sawdust. They will mix it with whatever, and reduce the amount of actual turmeric. You take your Belizean turmeric you just go out there and buy some in Toledo, just ground, and then you test it against something imported from India. There's much more curcumins and other vitamins and things in our Toledo turmeric because it's not diluted or destroyed by having those other things. But I want to say the global prices of turmeric are on the rise, okay? They are on the rise. We could have come in and bought our turmeric at about 25 cents a pound. Growers were pleased to sell it at that price. But because we're a private enterprise with a conscience, called a social enterprise, we actually decided on a price that I went to dig some turmeric out, and I timed how long it took me, and I made sure that they were paid fairly for the work that they did, those growers, okay? So that's how I established the price. So turmeric is emerging in the West. Well, it isn't emerging anymore. I did that slide a year ago. It is the superfood. You should see us at events. We had a small table like this at our first event that we went to in Canada. There were companies that had $1 million booths. We had paid like $5,000 for this booth, and I was really nervous. I had made the turmeric in a little hotel room, and then I took it to Canada, and we made hand labels, and we put it on, and we really okay, let's see what happens here. We had a lineup. We had every distributor in the country wanting to distribute our product. That never happens. We had retailers, okay, we'd like to do an order. I'm like, I don't even have a factory. Like I have a hotel room. That's the way you do business. You launch it, test it in a small way. Then you know whether you can actually do it. So it's a superfood in Canada. Our target market, we always thought were young people, like the hipsters, the cool kids that kind of tried everything new, but it's really not. It's me and you. It's us older people that are now getting out of our vehicles going, it's a bit of a task actually getting up in the morning, and we have some challenges. So remember, turmeric is an antioxidant, anti-inflammatory agent. It's powerful, okay? Now, in the Caribbean context, we have received huge orders of turmeric, and your export Belize will tell you that they get those all the time. So 810 metric tons, there's lots of space for all of us. I'm not one of those people that's into monopolies. I'm happy to work with others, or else I would have just gone and bought a farm, grown my own turmeric in a monoculture, made my paste, and sold it. But that's not the way Malido does business. Thank you. So, Indian food, it's yummy. Some people like it. So, Indian food, how do you use our truly turmeric? So, my orthopedic surgeon puts it in his porridge. I think that's a bit over the top and disgusting. It's good? Okay, another over the top disgusting person. Moringa? Yes? Oh my! Okay, so if you want to hear about food trends, you talk to this lady, because that's the way they talk in these trade shows. I use this cassava powder, and then I add this, and I do this, and then I add moringa on the top and sesame seeds. And people are eating, our age, are eating really good food. So You can put it in smoothies. Young people love it in smoothies. Muscle builders put it in smoothies. Banana smoothies, pineapple smoothies, whatever. Who knows what Eggs Benedict looks like? Yeah? That béarnaise sauce? Turmeric. Our turmeric, because it has lime juice in it. Then you can put it on pasta. You can put it in your hamburgers. You can put it with your meats, in your vegetable foods. I love it just with olive oil and our truly turmeric shake up salad dressing. Easy one. The other thing I love it in is in escabeche. I love your Belizean escabeche, but I Indified it and added this to it. Put it in your carrot soup, in your vegetable soup, in your any kind of turkey soup. Put it on your turkey when you cook your turkey Christmas. It's beautiful. But the best, funniest one was somebody made, I said, I don't know, I don't really drink, but let's try this. We made a martini with our truly turmeric. A quarter teaspoon of truly turmeric and your martini, whether it's a gin or a vodka one, shake it up, pour it out, bright yellow, really sexy looking martini. So the product does improve your health, and I can testify to that because I was hit by a car riding a bicycle and had all the bones in this one leg broken, including the heel bone, which is one of the most difficult to heal. And my orthopedic surgeon in Canada said, take turmeric. And I said, ooh, okay. And I can't believe how much, I can move around faster than most of my team, right? I say I'm 62 years old and I can run around much faster than you. So some people talk about cancer in terms of its antioxidants, and they talk about arthritis, they talk about Alzheimer's. I know there's good studies on Alzheimer's. People, if you go on the web, you can find all kinds of things that they say turmeric does, but please look for medical reviews, and therefore I will say that turmeric is an antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. I think it's good for your health. I believe it is, but I make no claims about diseases. That's against the law in Canada for our product, and so we do that, okay? But I've had Belizeans come and say, my mother had a stroke and all she does is take your truly turmeric, and she's doing much better. And I'm not sure whether it's time or turmeric or being loved by her family. Don't know. So, the Canadian health food industry, ladies like this, me, gentlemen, gray hair, is growing tremendously. And we happen to have more money than the youngsters. So we're going to spend it on good things. And not all of it comes in a bottle, you know? Not all of it comes in, like a tablet form. People are taking turmeric in tablet form. Oh, I think you should eat what you need in your body. So you'll see these amazing trends. I met a food connoisseur, the concierge. Have you ever heard of that? A food concierge. She told me the next big thing in food is, guess. No, it's now. We're lucky it's now. Crickets. Cricket everything. Cricket flour, cricket hamburgers. Crickets grow well into, you can put turmeric in the crickets. So in Canada we have over 10,000 retail establishments. I would like to now share with you some good news. Truly Turmeric is in over 650 stores in Canada, from Whole Foods to your mom and pop place. We have a brilliant distributor named Eco Ideas, and Rafik from Eco Ideas is coming to Belize and would like you to share your ideas one-on-one with him of products that you want to export to Canada. He's very good at health food, and we decided to share this connection with you. So if you go to Beltrade, they'll tell you when the events event will be. You can sit in a group, you can sit on one-on-one. I know I'd like to do a one-on-one with a distributor because I have a unique idea that I don't want everybody to know, right? Sorry, what is it? What's my unique idea? We have 10 more products coming. So that was me starting with QSO International. That's a bad slide, man. And by the way, we do things like sponsors signage in Forest Home, and we gave them our slogan, "Mima say yellow ginger is good for ya, you better believe she." All right? I think it's better when a Belizean says it, though. So, Narina is my daughter. Narina and I have really good news to share with you. Number one is we were nominated for the Seattle International Food Innovation Award in Paris a month and a half ago. That is the biggest, baddest, innovative food show in the world. We had a booth, and we didn't have to pay for it. Caribbean Export, reach out to Caribbean Export. They're amazingly helpful. They sent Narina by air to Paris. We paid for accommodation and food, but they gave us the booth. It was designed so beautifully. There was another Belizean company, Hot Mamas there. But the people that came to our booth that saw our CL nomination were Kellogg's. Kellogg's wants Tumeric to put in their products, in their health. Every company has got this thing about health food now. I mean, do I really want to do business with Kellogg's? I'm not sure, but they came to us. All the way from United Arab Emirates to Saudi to even India. They would come by and they would... We only had like 20 jars there. Sneak one off, right? And Narina would follow them. Hey, give me that back. Because I know about Indians. They'll just take it home and copy it. So we got this CL award. Exciting. Caribbean Export. We applied for the DAGS grant for equipment, and we got it, 50,000 euros. So we have to match it, and we are expanding our factory and you have no idea how we really make this. It's very artisanal. It really is. It's almost, I'm still in my little apartment. It's bigger than that, but it's very artisanal and hands-on. Does this mean we want to reduce the number of employees? Absolutely not. We just want to change their expertise from just, standing there washing yellow ginger to actually doing machinery and maintenance and other things, and farmer relations. So we got that. Then we went on CBC's Dragon's Den. Narina auditioned to go. Do you know what that is, guys? All right, some are nodding, some are going no. Okay, have you ever watched Shark Tank? You're standing there in front of 6 billionaires, okay? And you're like nobody. So she did the audition. They invited us to do Shark Tank, Dragon's Den. We brought one of our Belizean staff members, our first staff member, Leon. We did it. They asked all kinds of questions about Belize. It was really Belize focused, and all 6 dragons, for the first time in the history of their show, wanted to invest in our company and gave us double what we came to ask for. Okay? So that appeared on Canadian television just last Thursday before I left. And on your cell phone you got little dings for, like, okay, I got Skype, I got this, I got that. Like, I got 8 or 10 ways of speaking to me, which I really hate, by the way. I like in-person stuff much better. But anyway, my daughter programmed every one of those different things to have a different ding. As soon as the show aired in the eastern part of Canada, my phone went, excuse my language, ape shit. It was like, and bouncing off the table. It was just like, I could not believe what 7 minutes on a national television program that's not an ad can do for your business. We sold out in the whole country the next day. All the internet sites that had our stuff sold out. So, where are we now? What are we going to do? It's going to be an interesting time because we want to increase turmeric production. We want to keep that high quality of turmeric. We want to work in a good way with our community members. We want to support activities in Belize. We want to work with DFC in the kind of thing they care about. Gender, youth, climate change. All these things is what Nalido is about. And then we're going to introduce 4 more products this year, in the next fiscal year. They all relate to juices. And every one of those juices has turmeric in it. And every one of those things can grow in Belize. So I look forward to speaking with growers. I know this wasn't a very scientific chit-chat, but it is a chit-chat about how you try and grow a company. And it's bloody exciting. I am so thrilled to be so welcomed in Belize and get off the plane. Oh, here's the yellow ginger lady. She come back. Thank you. How long does it take for yellow ginger to grow? And we have another grower right there, one of our handsomest growers, and one of our elders. You put it in the ground, you could start harvesting in 9 months. I prefer that it stays longer. What you're seeing here today is 9 months. Okay, we need it a little bit bigger. How many pieces? Okay, I'll plant this whole thing in the ground, right? Buddy, should you plant this one in the ground, the whole thing? Yeah. Don't break it up. And from this, about 10 pounds will come. Right? Yeah. But I want you guys, if you're in it, yeah. The little babies should always be taken off. Do not sell me them. I'm not interested in them. I just want the main stems. Okay? I want you to keep those babies. They actually, those seeds are full of seeds. When you pull it out of the ground, most of them break off anyway. But I want you to keep the rest so it's sustainable for you. Yes, sir.
We have several more. What would be the size of the market?
How many
Let's say they want to
We'd like to meet with them. We'd like to have that discussion and look at how much they can. And, we are a social enterprise. We do care about, but we don't want a cooperative to control what we do because we are a social enterprise. We want to hear, we want them to do well. Yeah. Brilliant. And then maybe they'll be part of the processing part at some point. It's my mind. And we have a school here. Where is the school? In Toledo. That school right there. We donated some baby roots that a farmer gave us that we bought from a farmer, and he was really desperate, and we gave them to them, and now they're growing and doing well, right? You're ready for harvest soon, right? Right, sir?
That's a brilliant idea for a school to do it, because those kids are learning how to respect agriculture. They're learning that you can earn a living, and then they must learn the other part, which is value added. And where do you do the value added? If you watch The Dragon's Den, Arlene Dixon, who ended up being our investor, said, I hate it when they do value added somewhere else. We don't do the value added here. That was the weird part. You have a question?
Yes, I froze some ginger fresh out of the field. Can I still use that?
Yeah.
How? Because it becomes very
Mushy.
But
Boil
can I
it.
just boil it up and then make
Yeah.
it into?
Yeah, and then mush it up.
I shouldn't blend it first and then boil it.
I think you should boil it, then blend it. Yeah. Yes. If you go around in Toledo, you'll see in season this beautiful flower, the Zingabesi flower. Or you come to my factory, I'll dig you some up and show it to you. It's bigger leaves. Punta Gorda.
Punta Gorda all the way in Fiji.
Yeah. I'll come and talk to your community about it if you want.
Are you open to more growers?
Yes, we want more growers. We want bigger capacity. We have Robert Pennell, who's growing a lot of turmeric to make powder to sell. This is not Umeeda's business. This is Belizean business. If it grows and you want to do it, just don't copy my recipe, or I'll be up your. You know what? Yeah.
I've seen some different color variations, so you're saying it's yellow, and yet in Florida I'm growing orange and darker orange that Hawaii claims to be red, but it's just a darker orange. But I would call it more orange than yellow. I'm growing the yellow Indira, but also orange.
That's amazing. What he's saying is that if you see our turmeric jar, and you watch it from season to season, you're going to see changes. Okay? Because it changes in color. Sometimes it will be very reddish, and other times it will be lighter. And I think it's the curcumin content in there. But
Due to mineral content
could be. Could be. I'm really like a soil person needs to check it out.
I was wondering about if you have the regular ginger that's white. You have turmeric. Would they tend to intermarry under the ground to become like a shared plant?
I think you should try that.
I think I will, yeah.
You never know. People of all kinds. So,
And now if you're going to card about your business,
yes,
Yeah.
I have my business cards, and I don't want to take away this wonderful, valuable thing about the next vanilla. Anybody else with questions? I just think this is super exciting for Belize. It's super exciting, and I don't believe we should have one big factory. I actually don't believe that. I think if we see we got some demand, we got some potential to Mexico, let's build a small factory like we have in Toledo and Corozal. If you want one here, to go to Guatemala, we'll build one here. You don't need a lot of money for this. But it is profitable. It's profitable.
Neighbor recently.
Any other questions? I'm in Punta Gorda, the nicest part of Belize. Everybody says, oh, that's the poor part of Belize. It's where they send civil servants who are bad. But I'm there.
you.